Well, it's still there. Before I go anywhere though, I'm going to the bakery. Need to clean some of these bugs off, I think. So a quick bakery stop. The B500 is about an hour's drive away, and then the total trip time to get to my final destination, which is Morzine in the French Alps, I'm going to go via Switzerland, is 6 hours on the bike. Shouldn't really be much of a problem. Compared to yesterday when it was 8 hours in the seat, 12-hour day, it's a breeze. One of my biggest fears of riding adventure bikes, especially something like this, is just like the manoeuvrability, stop and start and pulling it around, because I'm only 5'5", I'm really short, but actually I've gotten really used to this bike. It's not very top heavy, it's quite a light for one of these adventure style bikes, and that's made it so much easier for me to use. That's actually why I wanted to try or use the smaller 900 for this trip. Hot one today. 30 degrees. 14 miles down this road and then we turn onto the B500. I really don't know what to expect. I was told it's a windy road with some amazing views, so that's why we're doing it. Everything looks better in a tunnel. This is the start of the B500 apparently. Looks just like the road I've just been on. Oh, this is fantastic. So many mopeds. I'm glad I just stopped. Turns out I'm not even on the road I thought I was on. I've gone 5 miles down a different road. It's amazing. I'm going to go back on myself and then get on that B500. Now it looks like we just follow this for several miles. Crazy locals through. I know we're in Germany, Black Forest, but every other bike you see here is a GS. One behind me, look. God. Front end has slipped massively on a bit of something there. I think it's best I let that M5 go past M6. It was best I let that M5 pass. He was keen to get up the road. This is quite a busy road. I think the best times will be early in the morning. If you're coming to have a play on this road, set off early rather than 11, 12 o'clock like I have. It is just a beautiful road though.
After my navigation error in the first 5 miles of the B500 led me down one of the best roads I'd ridden in a long time, I then covered 75 kilometres on the designated route. But when my sat-nav gave me a shortcut up this little chute, I thought, why not? I'll take it and see where it goes.
This is the most enjoyable bit by far. Quiet, small roads, climbing a big hill, great fun. This isn't even part of the B500, but it is a great stretch of road. Both times I've turned off the B500, I've found two of the best stretches of road I've ridden on a bike. It's just fantastic. Sounds like I'm getting old, but I really enjoy just the little pootles through the towns in between the open stretches. The towns around here are just fascinating. Just so much quiet around here. The traffic is a quarter of what was on the 500. I'd love to get past this van on this bit of road. This piece of road is called the Gutenberg. Gutenberg. It's fantastic. That is a very cool piece of road. Our final destination is going in the sat-nav. Number 1, Morzine. Come out of Germany, into Switzerland, round Lake Geneva, back into Morzine in France. So what's my conclusion of the B500? The actual road itself does not live up to the hype, but there is some fantastic routes and roads around it, so it's definitely worth the trip. And like I've done, is I've fitted it into a destination of mine. It was an extra 100 miles to come this way, so it was an absolute no-brainer. So it's definitely a destination to go through, but I wouldn't travel all this way just to go to the B500. Well, that means I'm now in Switzerland. I'm glad I got fuel and food before we crossed into Switzerland. It's a bit pricey here. And now we sit on the Swiss motorway at 75 miles an hour. You've got to buy a Swiss vignette to allow you on these. It's about 40 Swiss francs, about 35 quid. So it's not too bad, and it allows you to drive on all the motorways in Switzerland. Quite online before you go, it is cheaper. Everyone loves a Swiss tunnel. I really need to find somewhere to eat lunch. I am starving.
I just needed to take all my clothes off and sit down for half an hour and eat food. But I'm nearly there. A couple of hours and we'll be there. Swiss motorways, easy going.
The other ones were just sweat all the way through. It's actually really nice. There's a few raindrops, you can see them on the screen. Let's hope that holds off. Yep, here we go. We are going to get wet. Big question now is, do I stop and put the waterproof layered in? Or do I hope it's only going to be a little light drenching? Try and get all of my zips done up before this rain hits harder. It's only light at the minute, I can live with this. It's actually quite refreshing. If that is the end of it, that is an absolute miracle. They have changed the speed limit because of the rainfall though. I think that's quite cool. You can go quicker when it's dry, and then if it rains, you slow down to 62. I think that's not a bad idea. That there is Lake Geneva. You know, the song Smoke on the Water was written about Lake Geneva because it's always misty over it. Fun fact for you. And the snow-capped mountain and this big hill here, that's the valley you follow up to get to Morzine. So we're going to go through there. Now it's just a big climb up and over the valley.
Fortunately, on this side of the mountain the roads were still dry, so I had great fun climbing all the switchbacks to the top of the hill. But what I hadn't noticed at this point was the camera on my helmet had died. So all I've got is some nice scenic shots from the Insta360 X4. In fact, I didn't realise the camera wasn't recording all the way through the rest of Switzerland. Here's the Swiss border point, empty as usual, and the next village up is Châtel.
Just saying how many memories I've had in Châtel. First apartment we rented, the first time I legally bought a beer at 18 was in a pub there. Just so many good memories. I've been coming here 10 years in a row now. We even got here in the COVID years. We started out in Châtel every year, did that I think for 6 years, and then we were coming to Morzine ever since. Just wanted to change the scenery really. A bit different to a few hours ago, hey? When it's not your bike, teetering around the corners in the wet is the only option. Ah, remember this bit. Feels quite right just to stand up around here. Oh, pull out of the wet. Flipper on the way down, foot on the floor. Use all the road on the way out. Oh, the hairpin. First gear. The hairpins. Second. First is too highly strung. This is so much fun. This is like the peak, and now you come down into Avoriaz. It's about 10 miles. We're just over 4,000 feet up. Now we go down. Oh, look over there. If I wasn't stuck behind a caravan and it's sodden wet, I would prefer to be riding these trails. Trails? They're roads really, aren't they? Than that B500. Go on, get on your side of the road. Driest bit of road I've seen all day. All evening. Bit different. Try and remember where I'm staying. Same place as last year apparently. I do not know Morzine very well. Up here, sling a right, Over there somewhere. Harkin to Plenty. I think it's down here. From memory. The bike has done so good. Absolutely no issues. 900 miles, no problems. Perfect. Finally here, checked in. Oh, it's been a long day, but check out this apartment and this view. Ooh, that's open. That's the Plenty. Not bad at all. Right, I think I'm going to the pub.